guys, hey YouTube, I'm going to be here with a video again. This time, it's story time. Basically, this is just going to be about a lot of videos I'm going to do, because I'm an animated person. I think I should really just share my goofiness with everybody, since I like to do things publicly anyway. This is just gonna be me talking about my life, basically. And y'all could drop topics in the comments just in case there's something I could probably relate to, you know. I'll talk about just about anything on here. Okay? I'll even make references to other people, you know, just to be funny. But anyway, story time. So this story time is just basically gonna be about the time that I decided to have Facebook without my parents' permission. Y'all might want to grab a snack, a blunt, and a couple drinks, you know, because this is about to get crazy. So listen, right? So the time I decided to have Facebook without my parents' permission. Now, for video purposes, I cannot say these people's actual names, but what I can do, I will replace it with fake names, right? So boom. So the guy the boy I was arguing with, he was a classmate, and basically, me and him was arguing. His name for this particular case will be Scott. So me and Scott was arguing over Facebook under a girl named Sierra. That's gonna be her name for this video. Under her post, I believe. I think it was under her post. Probably was. But anyway, so it probably was because me and him both liked her. Like, we both wanted her, but I already had her, but he was still trying to go and get her, and he's supposed to be my man's. Yeah, you know how that goes. So anyway, I wasn't finna fight a fat dude over a female because I didn't want to get expelled or suspended. So I end up, you know, having an argument with him under a post, and it went left. And when I tell you that shit went left, that shit really went left. Like, that shit went all kinds of stupid. So here's what ends up going down. Me and him start arguing out in the middle of nowhere. We're cursing each other out. At this point, we're calling each other names, using curse words. Oh man, yo, the kind of words you don't think 8th graders should be saying is what we were basically saying. So we sat there for a good 30 minutes, pretty much. Or probably an hour, maybe. Because back then, you could argue for pretty much long times. And nobody was going to really care until they got really tired of it. But hey, right? So, boom. Get to the point, you know, and back then I was trying to be so slick with the whole Facebook thing. I made sure, like, I made my profile, and the way I made it, I made sure I didn't want my parents finding me. So I blocked them. But, so yeah. I go ahead and make the Facebook. I'm arguing with this dude, back and forth, right? And we're going back and forth about, of course, total BS. And he goes and starts trying to basically cut my ass. So I called him Rick Ross, and probably called him a Tootsie Roll and a Roly Poly and some other shit. Like, I was just going the fuck off. I ain't really care what the hell I was saying. I was saying whatever came to my head, I basically said. So get to the point, the girl gets involved. The girl, again, her name for this video purposes will be Sierra. So she's basically trying to, you know, calm the situation down. Kind of didn't work, you know, still going, feel me? So, mind you, we're using all kinds of curse words. Probably all 72 of the words of the curse words that's in the book, maybe. I think it's 72, could probably be more. But we said a whole bunch, and I don't even think I even learned half of it. Like, I don't even think I remember half the things that was, I don't even remember none of the shit that was said. The only thing I really remember is the simple fact I called him Rick Ross. So, anyway, we end up getting to this point where finally stop arguing over Facebook, right? Finally, we stopped. Actually, we stopped because a teacher ended up seeing it, but we deleted the post ASAP. At least we thought we did. Now, The school I went to was a college prep charter school called Kip Star, so you know their standards were high, right? So they were pretty high. These teachers is pretty fucking smart. So they end up, so one of the teachers ends up, I guess, basically screenshotting the whole thing or copying the whole thing, you know, it was on the computer, and then they printed it out. Bruh. Oh my God. Let me tell you how I found out they printed it out. So mind you, like I said, I went to a school called Kip Star, and we had high standards and it was kind of strict. So I was on detention a lot. So that whole week that happened, that week, the day of that week that happened, I was on detention for the whole week. So I had to stay after school anyway. Bro, when I tell you I ended up staying after school and, you know, thought it was going to be a regular detention thing. Nope, wasn't that. He kept my dean, his name for this one would be Mr. Elvis. So our dean, he goes ahead and keeps select people, including myself, a little after detention. Didn't know what for. I ain't think nothing of it. So at last, it's just us, the people that was involved in the situation. Again, I didn't think nothing of it at the time. So he calls us up to the front of the room and pulls out a folder. Pulls out sheets of paper with Facebook posters on them. What? Oh my God. Bro, the way my heart sank to my ass was something crazy. I was just sitting there like, how the fuck? Like, I thought niggas deleted this. Like, this is when I knew shit was gonna get real. So, boom. He starts talking about the issue, whatever the case was, and I'm now at this point, now that issue got brought up again, so now I'm trying to sit here and defend myself. Let's keep in mind that my parents legit told me no to Facebook when I asked them to have it the first time. So the fact that I made one behind their back after being told no was just another icing on the cake. Not only was I already in detention for a week, but I made Facebook behind their back. That shit was crazy. So now, this is where shit gets real crazy, all right? This is when shit gets real spooky. So he's talking about the situation, and he's like, you know, and mind you, he's an asshole. My dean is an asshole. So he's seen the part where I called him Rick Ross. He said, so you just basically called him a rich fat guy. I would have took that as a compliment. And I was just like, in my head, you're not supposed to take it as a compliment. I just called you fat. Like, who's going to take that as a compliment back then? Niggas was really insecure about their weight back then. And especially when you're young, words definitely hurt. So anyway, we get to the point where situations basically resolved at this point, whatever the case is. Now, my dad comes to the school. My dad comes to the school. I didn't know he was coming to the school, but he sure as hell scares the shit out of me when I see him in a leather coat and sweatpants and running shoes. Now, let me tell you something. I know my dad too well, so when I seen him in that outfit, I knew it was fucking game over.
Like it's about to go down.
Like, I knew I was finna get my ass beat. It was either when I got outside or inside the school or when I got home. And it's probably worse when I got home because there was no telling how far he's going this time. Like, so I fucked up to the point where even not too long, like a couple days before that, I had just disrespected the shit out of my mother. So I know for a fact he was already livid. I was actually disrespecting my mother and my grandmother at the time because I got mad with something they said in or did and I went off. So I had anger issues as a kid. So anyway, it gets to the point he comes to the school. When I tell you he came to the school and whipped my ass, he came to the school and whipped my ass. Oh my God. Bruh, he asked one question. All he said was, so you think you grown? And And I was like, and I kid you not, he started whooping my ass like I was one of these grown ass men in the street that goes to his bar and starts bullshit. Like, he whooped my ass like I was one of them guys. And kid you not, I thought me and him had beef. Like, I thought me and him had beef. So at this point, he's whooping my ass on the floor. It was on camera. Everything he did inside that school was legitimately on camera. So these teachers and staff felt so bad because they didn't know that was going to happen. But then again, it was kind of really worth it because it's like I was being a badass kid back then. So like you had to discipline. Mind you, I was already in my teens at this point. Like I believe I was in my teens or preteens. So like, I started letting my nuts hang. I got my ass whooped for letting my nuts hang. So let's just put it like that. So now it gets to the point where, right? So he's whooping my ass. It starts from, we had, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. So it was about 4 floors worth of classes, all right? And so basically, my school was set up was that the 5th grade, we had like about 3 to 4 different homerooms. The 6th grade was about 3 to 4 different homerooms. The 7th grade was about 3 to 4 different homerooms. And then the 8th grade was about 3 to 4 different homerooms. So now in each of those homerooms, those classes, right? And the homerooms is basically the colleges that the teachers that own that class went to. So, Syracuse and Yale and Harvard, all of those, each class on those floors basically had a college name or university name to them. Like I said, I'm in 8th grade. Kid you not, I got my ass whooped. It starts from the 4th floor. So now that and on the 4th floor, there's actually offices. There's the principal, the dean, the counselor, all that good shit, So boom, we start from the 4th floor. He's whooping my ass from the 4th floor. Throws me to the elevator and opens the elevator. Kid you not, this guy is whooping my ass while we're waiting for the elevator. We get in the elevator, he closes the door. All this, by the way, is on camera. So get inside the elevator and he whoops my ass again. This is where I fucked up at, okay? So one of those hits or 2 of those hits he went to throw, I bobbed and weaved. That was probably the part where I fucked up. That I knew I fucked up when I did that. Started bobbing and weaving and blocking shit. Yeah, he fucked me up when I do. Oh my God. Spam this like button if your parents hate when you was bobbing and weaving and blocking they hits. They will fuck you up even more, right? Like, that was over. That was like the worst mistake you can ever do, was block your parents' hit. So boom, get downstairs. He's beating my ass in the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor. We get to the 1st floor. We get to the lobby. Basically, this guy is dragging me out the school, because at some point I got on the floor. He's dragging me out the school and basically just throws me out the school. He throws me out the school. My school, in front of the school, there's these 2 big wooden crate boxes, and it's a plant, a bunch of soil. So mind you, I was short. I was about 5'2", 5'3" in the 8th grade. So the box was a little over half my height, where basically my dad had me right here and leaned me over the plant thing and had my head in the soil. Oh, when I tell you I got my ass whooped, it was all on camera. I had marks. I had this like a busted lip, and you can tell I got my ass whooped. So it wasn't like I could hide it. Got my ass whooped. The school ends up calling ACS. Oh my God. My mother was heartbroken, and it broke my heart. It wasn't part of protocol to call in situations like that. because the parent is disciplining their kid in a certain way where it could harm the kid. Well, clearly it harmed me, but it could like potentially like be a little overdoing. They have to call ACS. So the school did protocol basically and called ACS. So I ended up having an ACS case because of that situation. It was crazy as fuck. So my dad ends up having to get asked questions and stuff. So the ACS worker basically understood like, you know, what the situation was. So now it got to the point where they was questioning me. They was like, what the hell's wrong with you? But the ACS worker was such a G. She was just sitting there like, I'd have done the same thing. Because who do you think you are? It was like, you know, if it was up to me, I wouldn't have called it in the situation. I'd have left it as is. And I was just sitting there like, damn. Like, I understand I fucked up, but damn. Like, she didn't have to say it like that. Like, I felt like really nobody cared about me. I was just like, damn. I felt threatened. It just hurt. Like, I could have died. But, you know, I couldn't have died, but it was just like, you know, at that moment, it was just like, bro, like, how? Come on, like, really? So, boom. So now, after that, mind you, I was in this program called E4Tile. Well, really, it's an academy. So I was in this academy called E4Tile. When I tell you, I still decided that was stupid on my end. My mother gave me the choice of not to go, which she was really leaning on towards me not going. But I ended up going anyway, deciding to go. I don't know what the hell I thought I was thinking by going, knowing damn well I have a full, visible, busted lip, bro. I had a whole teddy on my bottom lip. Like, bro, I didn't look right after that. Like, a lot of things that I tried to do as terms of drinking something or drinking with a straw, I couldn't. What the fuck? Like, yo, so my dad pretty much fucked me up bad. Like, he beat my ass so that I learned my lesson. And I learned my lesson, respectfully, you know. But is there a moral of the story? Moral of the story, if there's kids watching this and you're watching it with your parents, please listen to your parents when they tell you don't do something. If they tell you no, just, you know, go with that no. If they say it's because you're too young, then believe it's because you're too young. Please don't be one of those kids to disobey your parents because you just want to be grown and you tired of being young and treated like a little kid. Because, motherfucker, you is a little kid. Like, respectfully. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, you's a little nigga. Pipe down. You'll be all right. But anyway, so eventually ACS stopped being on that case, and I learned my lesson, and I ended up, you know, getting in trouble more to the point where my dad couldn't put hands on me no more, and then I just really actually left my mother. And my mother was like a man in the female's body. Because there was a lot of things that year that got my ass kicked by my mother. And I kid you not. A part of me wished it was just my dad beating my ass. Because I thought my mother was beating me more like a dude than my dad was. And he was whipping my ass. But yeah, like, yo. Like, I'm just saying, like, you know. But, like I said, moral of the story, kids. Don't disobey your parents. Or at least if you're going to disobey them on something, please make sure it's something that cannot be proven that you did and you can cover your ass. Because Facebook will definitely not be something that you can cover your ass on. Because the moment, like technology now, the moment we can screenshot something and show you, what the fuck? I wish if when my kid hits 11 one day, one of these years, 11 years later, right? When my kid hits 11 and he tells me somebody could have just made a fake page of him, I'd have been like, who the fuck do you think you are that you think you're famous to have a fake page of you? Who the hell is going to be making a fake page of you? Ain't nobody knew what the fuck you look like unless I post you. And ain't nobody on my Facebook list gonna be sitting there having time to be making a Facebook page of an 11-year-old and faking it. What the hell? Kind of child molesting? Like, really though. But anyway, that's beside the point. The point is that kids, do not disobey your parents, please. Because if you get your ass whooped, don't say I ain't tell you so. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Stay tuned for more, because I'm going to be doing a little bit more of these story times, because these shits is really lit. I'm just glad y'all really listened to me while I did this, because it's this pandemic, people need something to do, something to watch. And, some of these YouTubers now, we're getting tired of watching them. And then Corey Kenshin don't post as much, and I'm getting tired of that. Like, Corey, can you, do a little bit more videos? Be a little bit more consistent, Can't watch Ken and De'Ara no more, because what the fuck? And I respect them the most. I respected that couple the most for the simple fact because they don't create fake content. And Ken and her both said they don't want to start doing fake content because they never did it before. They won't start now. So, till further notice, then, they're going to get back. But then for right now, it's all right. Damn, son. Shit's crazy. Shit's getting crazy out here. I would have thought. And then here's another thing. I ended up inboxing, I DM'd Ken's brother. Kid you not. I cursed his ass out. Then told him I wanted to fight him for that little bitch move he did. Oh yeah, that was such a bitch move. All the way. But yeah, man. Like, that was such a bitch move. I kid you not. It really was. I just don't understand. Like, bro, why would you sit there and even put your brother under the bus like that? Talk that much shit about him. Like, who does that? Your twin brother at that. Like, what the fuck? Like, but yeah. Shit's crazy. What I find even more crazy, though, is like, the shit I kind of find a little bit just a tad bit more crazy is like, it all happened so quick. And then the girl that was involved, it was just like, why? But it is what it is. But yeah, man. Shit's crazy out here. But yeah. Expect more of these type of videos, man. I'm just be doing videos like this, I ain't gonna just be doing gaming videos and stuff. I'm gonna just do some videos like this. This is pretty calm. I got the light, got the little ring light, and got snacks that I didn't even touch. Shit looks good, right?
No.
And then I got this nutriment here with me, and got this. And your boy got another blunt to go. But yeah, I'm smacked. Yeah, man, that's pretty much that. That, like I said, kids, don't disobey your parents. Because that shit's crazy, man. That shit's crazy. Don't do it. You're going to get your ass whooped. I mean, unless you probably, really, really white and, you get away with a lot of shit, then it's just fuck it. Like, you could do whatever you want. I just seen a white kid curse out a cop and told him shut the fuck up. And the cop ain't do a goddamn thing to him. But yeah, oh yeah, so I'm also doing TikToks. So subscribe to this YouTube channel. Follow me on TikTok at TazBugout, TazZBuggouT, right? And also I'm gonna also put my Snap up. So I'm gonna have the flyer in the beginning, and I'm also have the flyer in the end, so you're gonna see exactly what exactly to add. So yeah, I actually gotta add my TikTok in there. Ooh, Jesus Christ. Yeah. Peace out. That's about it.